Good morning, everyone. This is Rahul Sharma, a Vedic practitioner from Chicago. Today, I will be releasing my video number 149, the Agni Mantra, the 11th box in Sarvatobhadra Mandal. And this has been taken from the book Karmkand Bhaskar, published by my Gurudev Pandit Sharma Acharya, Mata Bhakti Devi Sharma. Page 90 have this specific mantra. We are going to go into details. So the box 11, as you see in this Sarvatobhadra Mandal, is about the Agni Mantra, which is nothing but the symbol of radiance, courage, and leadership capacity. In Sanskrit, the mantra go this way: Om Tvam no Agne Varunasya Vidwan Devasya Hedo Av Yasi Sestha Yajisto Vahinatamaha Suchuchano Vishwa Dveshwam Si Pra Mumagdhyamas Om Agni Namah Avayami Stapayami Dhyajami. Again, very difficult to understand why this mantra was there unless we understand the meaning. In Hindi, literal meaning is, हे अग्नि, आप वरुण देव के सच्चे ज्ञाता हैं, देवताओं के क्रोध को दूर करने में आप सबसे सक्षम हैं, आप सबसे पूजनीय, सर्वश्रेष्ठ और दीप्तिमान हैं, हमसे सभी द्वेष और शत्रुता को दूर करें। हे अग्नि, आपको नमस्कार, मैं आपका आह्वान करता हूँ, स्थापित करता हूँ, ध्यान करता हूँ। Again, literal meaning doesn't tell much about it. The true benefit of this mantra is, यह मंत्र आंतरिक और बाह्य शत्रुओं को नष्ट करता है। यह तेज, साहस और नेतृत्व क्षमता विकसित करता है, द्वेष, क्रोध और शत्रुता से मुक्ति दिलाता है और दिव्य सुरक्षा प्रदान करता है। For my friends who understand only in English, the literal meaning of this mantra is, O Agni, you are the true knower of Varuna, which is the divine law. You are most capable of removing the wrath of gods. You are most worshipful, the supreme carrier and radiant. Remove all hatred and enmity from us. O Agni, salutation to you. I invoke you, establish you, and meditate upon you. The benefit for us to understand by chanting this mantra or meditating on this mantra or on this English statement, this mantra is going to destroy our internal enemies. It develops radiance, leadership capacity. It liberates us from the enmity while providing the divine protection. And so let's move to the Gujarati version of it. This is the literal meaning in Gujarati and the benefit in Gujarati. Now let's understand how Gurudev has anticipated this mantra to help us out. He taught that Agni represents far more than physical fire, what we see from the matchstick or lighter. It is the inner flame of the transformation. The divine is sparked within every human that burns away impurities and illuminates the path forward. In his extensive writings on Vedic deities, Gurudev explained, Agni is Varun Vidwan, the knower of divine law. Because fire tests everything, just as gold is purified in fire, our character is refined through life challenges. When we invoke Agni consciousness, we accept difficulties as purification process, not as a punishment. From Yajavalkya Smriti or Uska Tattva Darshan, Agni's three attributes mentioned in this mantra are profound. As Jajista, most worshipful, Agni teaches us to honor our inner divinity. As Vashintama, supreme carrier, it shows how we must carry divine light to others. As Shoshuchana, radiant, it reminds us to shine despite the darkness. The mantra's plea to remove Vishwadvesh, all hatred, represents Vichar Kranti, core mission, eliminating negative thoughts that create enemies. The invocation call upon inner courage to face conflicts without hatred. Establishing means create daily practice that burn away jealousy, anger, and enmity. The meditate or focusing or reflect on unity beneath diversity, seeing divine in all. This transforms us from reactive beings to radiant leaders who illuminate rather than incinerate, who purify rather than punish. So reference is Yajan Valkya Smriti or Uska Tattva Darshan. Again, this is in Hindi, chapter on Agni's role in character purification. and Gayatri Mahavigyan on transforming negative emotion. Those who can read books in Hindi, otherwise compromise with this narration which I am providing you here. Now, to correlate this knowledge with some of the world leaders, who has followed this Agni Mantra in teaching is again Nelson Mandela, one of the famous political leader and anti-apartheid revolutionary. Mandela embodied Agni's teaching of burning away hatred without being consumed by it. During 27 years in prison, he invoked the courage to face his oppressors, establish daily discipline studying law and Afrikaans to understand his enemies, and meditated on Ubuntu, our shared humanity. His famous quote, "As I walked out the door toward the gate that would lead to my freedom, I knew if I didn't leave my bitterness and hatred behind, I would still be in prison," perfectly demonstrates Agni power to remove Vishwa Dvesh, all hatred. He transformed from angry revolutionary to radiant leader who carried reconciliation to a divided nation. As a benefit, he became first black president of South Africa, dismantled apartheid peacefully, won Nobel Peace Prize, created Truth and Reconciliation Commission that became a global model, and proved that removing the hatred creates greater power than the hostile behavior. Another well-known example is Oprah Winfrey, the media mogul and also the biggest philanthropist. Born into poverty and abuse, Oprah could have remained consumed by hatred towards those who harmed her. Instead, she invoked Avahan, Agni consciousness, using pain as a fuel for transformation. She established a sthapna of daily gratitude practice and meditation, and meditates dhyan on forgiveness as liberation, not as a weakness. She said, "Forgiveness is giving up the hope that the past could have been different," embodying Agni's teaching to remove enmity, the Vishwadvesh. As Vahanitab, supreme carrier, she carried light to millions through her show, schools, and network. As radiant, she transformed from victim to beacon. Her philosophy turned wounds into wisdom, mirrors Agni's purifying fire. As a benefit, built 2.5 billion fortune, influenced 40 plus million viewers weekly for 25 years, educated 400 plus girls through Oprah Winfrey Leadership Academy, became first billionaire, and proved that removing unlocks unlimited potential. Gurudev's book references Gayatri Sadhana or Yagya Prakriya in Hindi, of course, available at Spiritual B, and the comprehensive guide explains the scientific basis of Yagna and Agni transformating power role in the purifying consciousness. Gurudev details how daily Agni Hotra cleans negative emotions and how Agni serves as a bridge between the material and the spiritual realm. Also referenced in Yajan Valkya Smriti or Uska Tattva again in Hindi. Now, some of the recommended best-selling books. The Book of Forgiving by Desmond Tutu and Ampho Tutu, who led the South Africa Truth and Reconciliation Commission with Mandela, provides the fourfold path to heal ourselves and our world. Telling the story, naming the hurt, granting forgiveness, renewing or releasing the relationship, his work healed a nation torn by apartheid. How does it relate to Agni Mantra? Directly teaches how to remove the dvesh or hatred through conscious forgiveness practice. Shows how Agni's purifying fire, facing painful truth combined with compassion, transform enemies into understanding the essence of knowing the divine law. Radiance Acceptance, next book by Tara Brach, clinical psychologist and meditation teacher. The Brach teaches how to embrace ourselves and our life with compassion. Her RAIN method, recognize, allow, investigate, and nurture, helps release the trance of unworthiness and self-hatred that blocks our radiance. How does it relate to Agni Mantra? teaches inner purification by Agni fire, by removing self-hatred and shame, and applied inward, shows how to invoke the self-compassion, establish mindful acceptance, and meditate on inherent worthiness and becoming radiant from within. Some of the action item, same pattern, understand the meaning and benefit of the Agni Mantra. Have a card of Sarvatobhadra Mandal in your wallet to remind you of each box and its significance. And chant this mantra especially for removing hatred and enmity from the life, developing courage and leadership, purifying negative emotions, and creating inner radiance. Specific to this mantra, try to get hold of any one of this book, the Book of Forgiving or the Radical Acceptance. For further details for all the books throughout my videos for the last 2-3 years, now I have created a separate PowerPoint slide where I have all the listed books. Now more than 70 such books are there. If you still have questions, feel free to reach out to me at rahulrenusharma@gmail.com or to recommend a new topic. Thank you everyone.